Is Bitcoin showing signs of a continual uptrend, or are we getting ready to retrace back down? Stay tuned for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is Crypto Takeover, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. And with that being said, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today. We do Bitcoin chart videos every single day on this channel, so stick around. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are currently looking at the 15-minute time frame, and we are going to see where Bitcoin might be headed to within the next couple of days throughout the week. We are starting to see somewhat of a little bit of a sell-off right now. We reached all the way up to almost at 7,800 once again. We actually put in a little bit of a higher high than where we were at earlier in the charts too, since we had that 77 spiked rise. And so now we just kind of trending sideways just a tad bit. We've still been kind of consolidating to the top of this channel that I have drawn out now for us as well. I drew out a new channel, so as we start to zoom out, we'll take a look at it. You can see here that our money flow on our 15-minute started to move into the red just a tad bit. So over the weekend, I kind of just stood on the sidelines for a little bit. I really didn't want to trade this because it was really just a high volatility weekend. We know that Bitcoin likes to give us some crazy price fluctuations over the weekend with the CMEs not open and stuff too. So I'm almost positive there's still a CME gap. I want to say at the 6,700 area, or 7,600 area-ish. Somewhere around there. I can go ahead and turn all this off real quick for us, see what's going on. Let's take a look at our 4-hour here, see what's happening. So it looks like we have a little bit of a gap down here at about 7,600. That's something that we need to be considerate of as we move forward into the rest of this week, to know that we could end up seeing that price gap get filled. As we know that Bitcoin likes to come back down and refill gaps, or move to the top side and refill gaps. So we do have one that's above us, I think at 9.5K, which is it's to say that one will probably end up getting filled maybe later this month. That's what I'm assuming. But as we start to look into the charts a little bit more, we can start to dive into this and see exactly what's going on, where we might see some resistance as of right now, and where some areas that we might actually retrace back down to. So our 30-minute time frame still kind of giving us a little bit of sell pressure. Money flow starting to thin out just a tad bit, as y'all can see. Let's take a look at our 45-minute as well. 45 minutes also kind of giving us this money flow that's kind of moving off to the downside. We are putting in a green dot down here, so we could see a little bit more consolidation, maybe out to the side. Looks like we're currently getting rejected by our VWAP right now, so we're sitting underneath it. That indicates that the bears are in control of the market to start the day off with, and we'll just have to see if we start to retrace a little bit more or not. And you can see I do have a medium of the channel, the upwards channel that we are currently in right here. It's sitting at about 7,500. And our let's go into our 1 hour and see where our 100 EMA is sitting at. Is at about 7,500 as well. So probably somewhere around that 75.50 area is where you might be able to expect a little bit of retracement if we do decide to move down into this red money flow. As we start to move into these higher time frames, we're going to see that it's probably a little bit more bullish than anything right now. So we just, but also our money flow on these lower time frames, we cannot cancel those out. We have to take them into consideration, because sometimes as soon as they like to move into the red, that's a good indication of a sell-off that could occur. Let me move into my Heikin-Ashi candles here too. So even on our 90-minute time frame, money flow is starting to lose a little momentum here, as y'all can see. Putting in some, we don't have a green dot just yet. It does look like it wants to put in a green dot for a blue wave, but as you can see, the money flow is still kind of trickling off just a tad bit, kind of making this rounded structure here, indicating that we could see some potential sell-off, in the immediate term. I would say probably through this week. So everyone's been really bullish on these hash ribbons that have signaled a buy signal for us as well. And you got to take into consideration what it's done in the previous past as well too. I went back and retested it a few times just to see exactly what kind of signs it would give us back there, and I've let my Patreon members know as well. So I do have a private trading group that y'all can join. There's 4 more spots left for this price, this price right here to join. This will be your locked in price from the months on out. And I'm currently working on a way to set up crypto payments as well for people that want to pay in crypto if they'd like to. But on Patreon, you basically pay with your card. And then you get this. You can get this price for the locked in each month from here on out. But and going on into May, I will be raising the prices up on these. So you can see what all the perks you get down here. I've just added the bot signals inside of the Discord too as well. They average about 3 to 5 trades a week. So that's something to be considerate of. Usually I'll tell my members beforehand what if I am going to take that trade or not, that the bot signals. But most of the time, I like to do my own analysis of the markets first, and then decide whether or not to go off of the bots sometimes too. Sometimes these signals can they can be on and off sometimes. We just take them into consideration every once in a while. So, but yeah, it's definitely just another confirmation on top of what we might decide the next move might be for the markets as well. So feel free to join us in there. We got a great group. It's pretty mellow. We don't have a lot of noise in there either, which is good. I just kind of want to keep it pretty tame for the most part, just making sure that everyone's kind of doing their own due diligence on the side as well too, and that I can give my private analysis with them daily to also just confirm what their bias might be in the market or whatever too. So feel free to join us in there if y'all like to. But yeah, you can see here on our 2 hour, it's also kind of money flow still kind of moving to the side just a tad bit. We're still sitting above our 13 EMA, so that's pretty bullish right now as well too. But we are getting our first sign of a red Heikin-Ashi, so that could also indicate some momentum to the downside here as well too. Our 100 EMA is sitting at about 7,300. So I mean, if we do see a sell-off, I would expect maybe support on this medium trend line here, which is in between our channels, and we could expect some support there. But if anything, I like to use my EMAs as support and resistance for the most part too. Sometimes if I don't have a well drawn out channel, but I would say this channel is pretty accurate of some type of flag that is being formed up here. As we move into our 4 hour, we can see our money flow still really nicely into the green here too as well. And so it's definitely looking like we still have some momentum to the upside. Still sitting right above our key EMA here as well too. Everything's looking pretty nice and steady there for the most part. I do have the membership group for YouTube. If y'all do want to join that, y'all can. I give a private analysis with using the indicator that we use on this channel, Market Cipher, on whatever charts you want me to view. So you get 1 chart per month that I can give a private analysis on if you join the YouTube membership page. It is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page, so that's another option for y'all as well. And then if y'all just want to keep in touch with me and help support the channel, but don't feel like paying for anything, that's totally fine. You can sign up for the newsletter. It's free. I basically give private videos that I give my Patreon members to my newsletter subscribers later on throughout the weeks. So I'll probably send out another newsletter here in May sometime too, whenever I get around to it. So if y'all want to, find the links in the description box and feel free to get signed up for the free newsletter as well. Let's go back into the charts here real quick. So we're taking a look at the 4 hour still. You can see that, money flow is still looking pretty nice, pretty bullish still. 8 hour also. There's our 6 hour. 6 hours still looking relatively nice. We are putting in a red dot up here, so that's something to take note of. Maybe some consolidation for the next couple of, maybe for the next day or two. I would, if anything, the bearishness would probably have to, if the bears do want to take, control of the market till the end of April, I would say they're going to need to come back down and test our key EMAs here, which are about 7,500 or so. I don't see us really coming back down too low as of right now, but I would definitely say that retracement is necessary to say that we are going to continue to the upside and not get super bullish right now and do anything crazy. Because I know that sometimes we can be pretty risky when we get very bullish sometimes too when it comes to, if you're leverage trading or whatever you may have it. But just do your own due diligence, make sure that you're using proper risk management, and I can't stress that enough. And so we're looking at our 8-hour here. Also, our 8 hours kind of having a little bit of a thinning out of money flow. So it's just something to take note of that we just need to also be in consideration of. I mean, we do have our hash ribbons that have signal to buy signal, but like I said, I back tested those a couple of times, and there's some retracement that happens even after those too. So like I said, I've already given a heads up on how much I think this is going to retrace to my private members, and they're prepared for that too. They're prepared for the upswing, and even some of my price targets to the top side too. So, we could end up maybe retesting 8K. I'm going to say it's going to be really tough for us to probably retest 8K this week, but it is a possibility. We are putting in a red dot here on our 12-hour as well, so that's something to be considerate of, to know that it does look like we are kind of finding a little bit of a wall up here at about that 7,800 area as well. And then let me turn on our buy and sell signals really quick. So no sell signals just yet that are appearing too much. I know that we had them all the way up until our 6-hour, but it looks like from our 12-hour, everything's still a buy right now. Nothing has signaled a sell just yet. Even on our daily is still looking really nice too. We are probably going to end up getting this bullish cross. It's just whether or not Bitcoin wants to consolidate out to the side and maybe kind of delay this golden cross that could happen here with our key EMAs. And so if we do start to consolidate out to the side and maybe just find support above the 100 EMA at about 7,500. Another thing that I wanted to look at was also the 200 daily moving average that I know some people have been talking about. So I'll go ahead and turn that on here. And this will be our yellow line up here. So that's sitting at about 7,900, almost 8K. I think that, that's another indicator that a lot of people use to signify whether or not we're in a bull run. But currently we're still below it, so that's also a reason not to get too bullish right now and just overshoot yourself. So I think that if we can get up to past that 8K area, but I do see some walls up there for us right now, and I think it's going to be relatively tough for us to get up there just within this next week, if anything. That. If we have some crazy volume, some crazy whales decide to come in and pump the market, that's possible too as well. In crypto, anything kind of goes right now. It's still kind of the wild west. We just got to take extra precaution if you are wanting to trade or do anything on these exchanges too. So y'all can join the Discord group. It is free to join. You just need to make sure that you abide by the community rules and guidelines. That is the first checkbox that y'all see whenever y'all join the Discord server. You just need to make sure that you check that green box, and then you'll have access to the server. Also, the Telegram channel is free to join. It's just an easy way to stay up to date with things that I have going on the channel, and to also get announcements every once in a while that I have. I'll probably pick something out of the charts that I like to share with y'all, or just news articles in general and stuff that I think are interesting. Y'all can find some cool things on there too. I use TradingView. I use the premium plan. The premium plan just allows you to have a few more indicators. It allows you to have unlimited alerts, basically. It's pretty convenient for the most part, especially with me running the Discord server and stuff too. It helps with that and setting up things in there. But if y'all do want to, or if y'all have Market Cipher, I would at least recommend y'all have the Pro Plus plan. Just that allows you to have at least 5 indicators on the screen. I have my whales buy sell signals. I have my Aldo EMAs. Both of those are custom indicators that I teach y'all how to set up inside of the Patreon page as well. So actually Aldo EMAs is a custom code that you can only get, inside of there too, if y'all are interested in that. But yeah, check those links in the description box. 3 Commas is another website that allows you to actually program your own bots to trade on some of these leverage exchanges. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. I've been using it for the past couple months. It's been doing pretty well. Been making some decent profit. So that's also nice too. Check the links in the description box if y'all are interested in that. And then if y'all just want to buy and hodl, Ledger right now is currently doing a few specials. I think they give away a free Ledger Nano S when you buy a Ledger Nano X. So if you don't have a hardware wallet, I definitely would recommend that you pick one up. I like to use the Ledgers for sure. They're pretty easy and convenient to use, so I like to use those the best. So also Bybit is the leverage exchange that we like to use for the most part. You can find those links in the description box. I would just encourage you that you try to use a testnet first. Make sure you get familiar with the platform, make sure that you're a profitable trader, that your algorithm is working, and then you can actually deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. So once you get signed up with that link in the description box, come over here, ask chat support how to access the testnet. It's like a 2-step process. They'll run you through it, and then you can just start paper trading BTC. Let's go back into the charts. I did want to look at some of these higher time frames just to see where we might be getting stopped out at, and where we might see a little bit more resistance above head on us too. So it's our 2-day chart. 2-day chart is looking, showing some nice resistance here at that 7,800 area, and this actually also gives us a really nice range right now at about that 7,100 area from the from one of our key EMAs that we're finding support above, and then all the way back up to the 7,800 area. So what I like to see are squeezes, and we've gotten these squeezes the past couple of times, and they've broken bullish. So I definitely would see another squeeze like to happen here, and also continue further to the upside. We can tell that our money flow is still moving to the top side here on our 2-day. I definitely feel like Bitcoin's ready to kind of slingshot its way back up above these key EMAs. So that is one thing that we really need to keep an eye on, and just the consolidation. Obviously, this is the 2-day, so it's going to take a while to play out if we do end up getting this squeeze. I would say maybe probably by the end of the month we'll know something. Going on into May, I think May is going to be a very interesting time for us, to say the least, with the halving that's going on, and just everything that's going on in the world right now too, and how the markets are going to react. So I think that all the markets are kind of up right now too. Can refresh this page. I don't know if it's going to allow me to. Okay, I don't know, but anyways, investing.com, it usually just has it looks like everything's kind of green right now on the charts. So BTC is kind of in a correlated place with that too. But if we do see something crazy happen within the next couple of months, it's really going to be interesting to see how BTC reacts to that, and if it is going to actually decouple or not. I have my own prerogative on this too, and I think my trading group also knows exactly like what I think could happen with BTC, and if it is ready to decouple or not. But until the time comes, it's just it's just a prediction for right now, and we don't have, I feel like we don't have enough probability aspects or data to really confirm that just yet. So we're gonna have to wait to see. Another trend line support that I was wanting to keep an eye on here was something like this all the way up here. I'll go ahead and change that to that. So that is obviously one trend line that I feel like we need to hold, and I think a few other people are looking at this trend line too. So BTC obviously is going to get this squeeze probably here pretty soon. Even on our 3-day, it looks like there's going to be a squeeze for the most part. Money flow on our 4-day is starting to move to the top side. Still has a green dot, blue waves pushing above that 0 pivot point as well. So things are looking relatively good as of right now, but that can change in the near-term future. We just want to keep an eye on things, and I don't want to keep y'all around for too much longer, so I'm just going to dive through here really quick, see where we might be getting some resistance at. You know, we're trying to get it back up above on our weekly, our key EMAs 7,600 as well. That's on our 2-week. So yeah, that'll be pretty nice if we can get back up above there. Definitely indicating maybe a substantial little push to the upside could happen there within the next, with going on into at least going on into May for sure. And then here on our 21-day, we're still getting some rejection. So, but maybe a doji indicating that we could be pushing back the other direction. And so that's about it, y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming back to the channel, sticking around with us. Like I said, you know, check out all the links in the description box. I use the Brave browser. If y'all haven't used it, check it out. The Brave browser and CryptoTab browser are basically a way that you can earn passive income in crypto. If y'all are interested in that, check the links in the description box. And then also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm probably going to be a little bit more consistent on Instagram too. So definitely stay tuned for all that stuff if y'all are interested. And don't forget the Patreon page. Sign up for it, 35% off. There's only 4 spots left for the month of April. And then going on into May, the prices will be back up to normal prices. So make sure that you claim your spot now. I will leave it open the first week of May, just because you're going to end up paying twice if you get signed up this week. So I'll leave it open until next week. Whoever wants to get signed up that week, if the spots aren't already filled up, that's the thing. There's only 4 spots left. So if those all get filled by this week, then you know, it is what it is. But you can message me if you have any questions about it or whatever, or if you want me to work with you. Just feel free to reach out to me on Discord or something like that, and maybe we can work something out. So yeah, with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna see where Bitcoin wants to take us within the next couple of days, maybe the rest of this week. You know, I would definitely still feel like there could be some rejection. You know, it looks like we're having some rejection here at the top of the 7,800 area. But maybe going on into the month of May, we'll start to see where the halving can actually take us, which will be interesting. So thanks for tuning in today, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated. We make a Bitcoin video every single day on this channel. And that'll do it. CTO signing out.